Good morning. This is Jamie Wilson with Local Pro Realty, and I'm here this morning with my friend Blaine Hanson with EXP, and we're collaborating this morning. We are in Alvarado, Texas. So if you've heard the advertisements for the Crazy Gun Dealer, it also has this beautiful property to offer. So I'm going to let Blaine tell you a little bit about that, and we're going to strategize and see how we can get you out here to see it. You don't want to miss it.
Thanks, Jamie. Yeah, so we got 38.7 acres here in Alvarado, Texas. We're about 5 minutes from Mansfield, not too far from Venus, Texas, right here off of 917 and 2738. So if you know where the M3 ranch is, there in Mansfield, we're just outside of that. Right now, the farm's used for cattle, it's used for crop production, and then the front part of the acreage is plumbed for, it's irrigated for a future growth. Current owner hasn't put the trees out there yet, but he had plans to do that. So tons of income potential with this
So
property.
are the ag exemptions both cattle and crop?
It's for the farm. So
Okay.
it doesn't have the ag exemptions there for the crop. Not quite for the farm, but it's there. So. And records to show for years of ag production. So.
And which ISD is this, Mansfield, or does
This
Alvarado have
is
its own?
Lillian Elementary and Alvarado ISD. So
Okay.
it'll be Alvarado High School, not too far from Mansfield though.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And they have their own high school and
Yep.
K through 12 and.
Yep. Alvarado's got its own high school, middle school, Lillian Elementary, which Lillian's a little cute small town right here down the road, so you kind of see that when you're coming from the Burleson area. It's another great thing is we're kind of cornered Mansfield, Burleson, 35 corridor. It's very convenient.
So I drove in from Denton, Texas this morning, and it took me an hour and 4 minutes.
Not
So
bad.
now I paid the tolls, but it really wasn't bad at all. So depending on where you're working, even if you worked in Arlington or Las Colinas, it's really not a bad drive if you're looking for somewhere for some country living and to get out of the hectic traffic in the city and all of those things.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right, with DFW is that you can't live somewhere and not have a 45-hour drive anywhere, and we know that in real estate, but I think a lot of people are seeing that as they move out to places like, Cleburne, they move out to places like Joshua to get away from that hustle and bustle of the city. So to me, this property just gives you the best of both worlds. You've got, you're 5-10 minutes from everything in Mansfield on Broad Street. You're couple minutes from Alvarado, you're a couple minutes from Venus, and then like you said, if you want to go up to Denton, you're only an hour from Denton, you're only 30 minutes from downtown, either, Fort Worth or Dallas, so you're kind of right here centrally located, and I mean, if you're out here in the middle of rush hour, you don't hear any of that. It's the peace and the quiet.
Praise the Lord!
Right, so the peace and the quiet is there. And then I really think, if you wanted to be a full-time cattle rancher, if you wanted to just use this as a part-time, hey, I want to get into cattle, I want to have something to pass down to future generations, I think this kind of gives you the choice to do either one of those.
Or if you wanted to build for multi-generational.
Yeah, I think I think it gives you a lot of options. It's a lot of income production possibility out here. And to me, I mean, that's kind of the American dream, right? Is, you can go and you can work in Dallas and you can work in Fort Worth, but you can come back to your ranch.
To this.
Yeah, you come back to this.
Look at this, guys.
Yeah, you come back to your ranch and have your, when you're having your dinner at night or you're having your morning coffee, you wake up and you're looking out to your cows. And
It's just beautiful.
if it were a little later in the day, all the cattle would be up here because they get fed out right back here. But there's water right there, so you got running water in this top pasture. There's 2 stock tanks out there, so
That's what I was going to ask, stock tanks.
Yep, 2 stock tanks out there, running water in this top pasture, and then later on I'll show you that back field, but it really opens up. So right now you kind of see it It really opens up back there for the rest of the 38 acres, and that's the hay. So,
Okay.
and if you'd have seen it a couple weeks ago before they cut it the first time, he got a ton. You'll see all
And is
around
it coastal hay or?
It's a mix, so it's it's Sudan
Okay.
and coastal. Yeah, so it's
Okay.
it's a mix of hay back there, and you can kind of see where it goes from after this first stock tank. You can kind of see it down there. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it
Okay.
in the video, but I'll definitely show you that when we go back that way. But yeah, I just think it's like I said, it's kind of the American dream. It's the you go work your 9 to 5 and then come home to your cattle and work another
And
5 hours.
this house, y'all, is so cute. We're gonna do some video, and I'll post those a little bit later. I've kind of stepped away a little bit for the summertime for my what's hot this weekend, but this is what's hot this weekend. So we're gonna do a tour out on the land. We're gonna tour the house a little bit, and I'll post those separately, and I'll put our contact information in the comments as well. But it's just a great little property out here. It's not little, it's 38. And
Yeah.
the house is a perfect size.
Yeah, just about 2,300 square feet in the house. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, a half bath, 2.5 baths. But and yeah, the house is my seller has been. It took us a little while to get it up on the market. He's very meticulous, which first I was like, how's this gonna go? But everybody who's seen the property has had the same thing to say about it. They've all said, oh my gosh, like it's so well maintained. He takes a lot of pride in that, and you can see it in everything. I mean, we've had people, looking at when they come out to see the property, they see the equipment and they're like, oh my god, I can't believe it looks that clean. And I'm like that's him. I mean, he has been very pride and ownership. However you describe that to people, it's meticulous. It's very well maintained, and even in the way it was built, because he was a home builder at one point in his life, and when he had it built, I mean, like I was telling you earlier about he gave me kind of a list of things. He said it's got finger jointed.
Go over the list a little bit.
So I mean, down to he's got finger jointed studs. That's part of the construction of the property. And it's kind of funny, on the list he gave me, he said, if you know, right?
Yeah.
So the little details like that, the type of lighting, there's a lot of little features in there that he thought about even back, in 2001 when the home was built. It's stuff that builders now don't do.
Right.
It's stuff that it's the little things that get skipped, and a lot of people will say, oh, it's a custom built home. This is truly, I mean, it is a custom built home. The balusters that are on the steps are custom built by a guy right here locally in Burleson. I had a lady call me and she said, I just fell in love with those balusters. I might not be able to afford the home, but I fell in love with those balusters. And I said, well, let me find out. She wanted to put those in her current house. So I, called my seller, and he said, oh yeah, it's a guy right here in Burleson,
That's great.
So I called him up, and then custom hickory cabinets, all that wood in
You'll
there.
see that in the video. They're really
and,
nice.
And at first I was like, oh, we got blonde wood, whatever. And then he goes, those are custom hickory cabinets, all the wood, all the bathrooms. He just redid the bathroom floors. He just redid the flooring throughout the home. But the wood, it just pops out. I mean, it's a gorgeous little home. And like I said, you really see the pride in being here, and the pride in Texas here. You'll see the custom iron in there with all the Texas stars you could ever dream of. So, and it's cool, being somebody who wasn't originally from Texas.
But he got here as fast as he could.
Oh, me too. And that's
Yeah.
that's what I say is it kind of shows that, like, how much us, as I guess you guys would call us transplants, how much we appreciate the state of Texas, and so you can see, just how he built, his Texas American dream here,
Mm-hmm.
and excited for somebody else to be able to come out here and do that. So
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we're super excited. We're gonna do some tours. We're gonna do some live stuff up. We'll post those a little bit later. We'll put our contact info in, and I'm just excited to share this property with you today. And it's what's hot this weekend.
What do we think?
10 minutes. So